Contractors. I just made myself a nice coffee. Anyway, let's get into the video. I'm going to show you how you can close more jobs by handling objections you get when at the site, when at a homeowner, when you pitch them. If you don't know who I am, I'm Sebastian. I work with tons of clients, contractors who I'm getting amazing results for. Just like these images here. I've got tons more proof, but if you want to read through these, pause, whatever you want to do, take a look at them. But let's get into the real source. How to handle the "you're too expensive" objection. It doesn't mean what you think it means. Most contractors hear this and immediately panic. They start offering discounts, knocking money off, or just lose the job and move on. But here's the truth: you're too expensive is almost never about the price. It's about the value. And value is something you can change on the spot without touching your quote. I had the guy knock off $400 just because a customer said that. He didn't even push back once. That's $400 straight out of his pocket. The real reason you drop your price, it's not because the job isn't worth it. It's because you don't have a response ready. So silence or panic kicks in and you cave in. You haven't explained what's included in the price. You haven't separated yourself from the cheap guys because they're comparing you to them. You haven't made the risk of going cheaper feel real to them. It's a risk. You don't have a script, so silence fills the gap and you panic. Most guys can, and they will charge less than you. But it's Pedro, around the corner doing a crappy job, and then the homeowner is gonna have to have the job fixed later on. You need to explain this to them. They need to know this. They need to know the risk of going cheaper and why yours is worth the price. Stop thinking like a laborer. Think like a professional. Wrong mindset. They say I'm too expensive, so I need to come down to get the job. A job at a lower price is better than no job at all. You may have thought that before. This is the right mindset. They haven't understood the value yet. My job is to show them, not discount. Discounting trains customers to always push back. Hold the line. Make sure to hold the line. These are some objections. I'm gonna help you guys have something ready to say when you get these objections. Let's go for the first one. You're too expensive. So what to say? I understand, and I want to make sure you're getting the right person for this. Can I ask, what were you expecting to pay? Because I want to make sure we're comparing the same thing. This is good. Why it works? It gets them talking instead of walking. You'll find out if it's genuinely budget or just a test. Maybe they just want to see if they can get a lower price on you. I got a cheaper quote from someone else. Okay, what to say? That's totally fair. Cheaper quotes do exist. The question worth asking is, why are they cheaper? Is it the materials, the insurance, the experience? I'm not saying they're bad. I just want you to know exactly what you're getting with me. Why it works. It plants doubt about the cheap option without sounding, defensive. You're protecting them, not selling yourself. Can you do any cheaper? I could reduce the price if we reduce the scope, but I don't want to do that and leave you with a result you're not happy with. The price I've quoted is the job needs to be done properly. Why it works. It reframes the cheapening as a risk to their outcome, not a savings opportunity. Most people back off at this point. Be like, yeah, I can do a lower price, but the deck or the patio, whatever you're building for them, is also gonna be is gonna look like it was done at a lower price. I need to think about it. Oh, I don't like this one. I get this one myself. Here's how to handle it. Of course. I mean, what's the main thing you're weighing up? Is it the price, the timing, or something else? I just want to make sure I've given you everything you need to make the decision. Why it works. I need to think about. It usually means one unspoken concern. This surfaces it so you can address it properly. Usually I need to think about it. It's never I need to think about it. Let's be real. You're not gonna sit down on your couch with a coffee in your hand, staring at the wall, You're not gonna be sleeping on it. You're not gonna be thinking about it. There's a different reason to why you know you don't want to move forward. It's either usually trust or money. Um, my neighbor paid for way less for the same thing. Um, yeah, it's possible. Every job is different though. The size, the access, the materials used, the finish level, they all affect the price. I'd rather quote you accurately than come in cheap and surprise you with extras halfway through. Why it works, it validates them without disagreeing. Um, Shifts focus to your reliability versus a mystery, low quote. Never discount, justify. Quick coffee break. There's a difference between dropping your price and explaining your price. One makes you look like you were overcharging, the other makes you look like a professional who knows exactly what the job is worth. Break down what's included: materials, labor, cleanup, warranty. Mention your insurance, experience, or years in the trade. It builds trust. Show reviews or photos of past work on the spot so they can imagine, what it looks like, what they're getting. You're legit, you've done this before. Remind them the cheapest job often becomes the most expensive one. Um, which again is very true. The bitterness of poor quality remains long after the sweetness of a low price is forgotten. The most powerful thing you can do, if you just justify, explain, and they still push, be willing to walk away. Nothing communicates confidence in your price like no one needed the job badly enough to beg for it. No, I completely respect that. If the budget doesn't work right now, no hard feelings at all. You got my number for whenever you're ready. I hope whoever you go with does a great job. This is really good because it shows them you're not, you don't need a job. You're not gonna, you're standing your ground. Like what you're saying, what you're offering is the right offer for them. And if they don't want it, that's fine. They'll find out the hard way. And usually, when you walk away, they will come back to you. They'll give you a text, they'll give you a call, and you'll get the job anyway in the end. Contractors who use this response report calling back more often than any discount ever brought them back. Exactly. So at the end of the day, your price is right. Stop apologizing for it. The contractors charging the most aren't always the best at the job. They're just the best at communicating their value, and that's a skill anyone can learn. If you need help with any of this, feel free to book a call below with me. I'll help you out. I'll help you get more jobs, and we'll just have a nice chat. If you want to stop looking like this guy and start looking like this guy. Bye bye.